All right, that ought to do it. Can you guys hear us? Everything okay?
Can you hear me now?
Welcome. My name is Cecil. Well, let me just try that again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know the intro, yo.
What's up, everyone? I'm Cecil Laird.
Fuego here.
This is your horror show news
with booze. Can you tell there's been a little bit already?
Tiny bit of pre-gaming.
Yes.
He said no audio. Let's
Clear.
make sure that the
Clear.
audio... Okay, now we have. Okay, cool. Alcohol, yes.
Yes, Wences.
Quick shout out to Confused Reviews, Mikey Trauma Trash, Teddy Holiday.
Mike is my fucking dude, man. Seriously,
Mike's awesome.
we have been going back and forth.
Dude,
about
he's got
so
some
much
great
lately.
movies requested. Are you going to watch them with me, the throwbacks?
Well, of course.
Or at least separate to do the reviews? Because I really want to watch those. His movies I'm more excited to watch than any of the other patron requests.
Him and I are the two who are so into like Gunship right now and all the dark
dude, I gotta
stuff
get that. I gotta get that.
He just got a rig, dude. He went and got himself like Drum Machine and that. Well, awesome. I actually have it for you.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, well, I went and bought the vinyl, and I have all of the MP3s.
Oh, dude, please. Share that shit.
Okay, Dark all day, Gunship, maybe my favorite album of the year.
It's really cool.
Awesome.
It's really cool. So, yes, Kiefer Grundam Brady is here. The Reader in Black is here. Matt Reyes is here. Ben Grimm is here. Anibal Riveros is here.
Oh, how you flatter me. Yeah, you're just a
Darren
cool motherfucker, dude.
Here.
I'm not trying to kiss your ass
is here. Wences is here. So, yes, that's everyone. Fuego, no curly straw. 0 out of 5.
0 out of 5. No.
There's one over there. You can grab one out of that.
I don't do them curly straws.
He doesn't need no curly straws.
I sip my shit like a Mario. Like a boss. Right. If anybody has ever seen that silly
I like to do
sketch.
News with booze with what I call watch with weed, says Matt Reyes.
There you go. That's good, actually. Yeah, watch with weed.
I like it.
Yeah, especially if you're in an area where there's no, repercussions or anything like that.
MPH is here. Marsh Parker,
we love you!
And Confused Reviews says he saw Halloween for the second time today, still really loving it. And yet,
oh, wow. Are you trying to up
not even one review.
Are you trying to up that box office beyond the 77 million that they are projecting right now? And blah, 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 blah.
We triggered Teddy already.
I love Trigger Treddy.
We love Trigger Treddy. Trigger Treddy. It's going to be a good one tonight, guys.
Oh, damn rizzle it is. Marsha's going to laugh.
Mikey just said beep, Marsha.
Marsha's going to laugh at us.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be fun tonight.
So we're jumping into the most prominent story in the last 2 weeks because
just converted his boyfriend to horror movies. That's the last time I'm going to interrupt. We are back to the stories. We will come back to the comments after the stories.
Yes, awesome.
Sorry about that.
No, awesome sauce. We're happy about that.
I figured it was a comment worth mentioning.
I think so too.
Way to go, Wences.
Yeah. So in the last 2 weeks, we did not have as much stories developing as you would really anticipate, especially being the Halloween season. But hey, it is what it is. The team did some amazing coverage for the H4O and then also the Halloween Horror Nights. So you can look forward to all of that.
We're going to have 15 videos from that particular trip.
Yeah.
None of which will have this guy in it because he made choices.
Yeah, well, we worked with 2 new promoters for a show, and it ended up being...
He's leaning on that Chiron. Chiron crutch.
Yes, I know.
Well, it's all right. I love Chiron.
Well, yeah,
I'm a fan.
Yeah. I'm in a horror metal band, and, we're like melodic metalcore of sorts.
Still got to do that music video, buddy.
Yes, we do. We were talking about it just today. Anyway, so if we're going to jump into what is the biggest and most prominent story of the last 2 weeks, at least in my personal estimation, it is the fact that they have already started the scripting for A Quiet Place 2, which for me, it was one of my favorite places.
Electric Boogaloo? A quieter place?
A quieter place.
The quietest place?
How shall they describe it? How shall they title it? I don't know.
A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
The quietest.
Yeah. I'm honestly, personally wondering if there's going to be like a subtitle or if there's going to be digits or what the hell they're going to do. But A Quiet Place for me is
it would be A Quiet Place. Shh.
One of the best films of the year, though. Emily Blunt kills the shit out of it.
I can't wait till our end of the year lists
John
this
Krasinski,
year,
amazing. But so, as opposed to the 2 guys who had that script, which was on the what is the terminology industry-wise? You would probably know better than me. The blacklist or whatever, where it's like they have an amazing script and it has not been made yet.
Yeah, it's
like
the
floating around the blacklist. Yep. Exactly right. Yeah. So the Quiet Place script, A Quiet Place script, was floating around for some time, and it finally got adapted, and it just crushed at theaters earlier this year. Krasinski, not his first directorial effort, but still a really, really good job.
What was that, Away With Me? Is that what he did? Is that the one with Maya Rudolph?
No, he didn't do that, but...
I've never watched that. Is that any good, I wonder?
Well,
he's a great actor. Maya Rudolph's a great actress.
The whole like dramedy kind of thing and stuff. I
Quieter,
have seen that
the
movie.
Search for More Money.
A quieter place. The Search for More Money. That's funny, but no. The interesting aspect about this is that apparently on set, Krasinski changed a bunch of things like as they were
on
like
set.
Well, not
that doesn't usually work out that well.
Pre-production, presumably.
Okay.
If I'm going to give some clarification, so there was a lot in the script that was not there that he added. So it was like the whole, reframing the kid being killed at the beginning to the beginning of the script. That was his choice. So I mean, there was a script in place, and then he added so many of these nuances and understood the universe really well from what a lot of people are saying. And so that's why originally when I heard that he was writing the script to the new one as opposed to the two guys who wrote the original script, I was like, Krasinski's writing the new script and he's not directing it. What's going on? I was a little on the fence about it, but when I was seeing more and more of these reports about how much he added in both the pre-production and the on-set aspect, I was like, okay, even if he's not behind the camera, if he is writing this and he hadn't, like basically he had an idea that he presented to the studio and they're like, okay, we have a few other pitches. We even have a pitch from the other two writers and we'd like yours best. So that's what they're going
for
with.
For part two.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So we don't know if it's following the rest of the family or if it's going to be anthology and something completely different set within that universe. They have hinted though that it's like expanding the universe. So I don't know, maybe it could be something with those two, with like Blunt and the daughter being supporting players and maybe making an appearance at some particular point is what I'm kind of theorizing.
That they won't be the main characters.
But they would not be the main characters.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What I'm theorizing.
Unless they are main characters on the move. Mm-hmm. If they're traveling now and trying to spread the word of how to defeat the creatures, right? If they don't have radio
they were the ones who finally
all they had were signal flares, right? Yeah. They figured it out. So now they need to travel to the next settlement and let them know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a neighboring property we saw where
multiple ones. There were a bunch of fires.
And they were in contact
with
each other and stuff. Mm-hmm. Still one of the best movies of this year.
Love it. I
adore that movie, man.
Halloween did not dethrone it. But Halloween is up there. I don't think it. I think Halloween.
Well, it did for Lee. I'm interested. Yeah. It did for Lee.
Jesus. Anywho's it's. All right. So just real quick, Blue Moon is here. A couple of people have joined since. CK2D is here. Mercer's here. Scott Baker just joined us.
Scott Baker.
What's up?
Just
Scott Baker left us a nice comment earlier about the vlog. The vlog that Fuego wasn't a part of.
He is a constant commenter on Hail to Stephen King, and he knows my adoration and appreciation for him. So, yeah.
Oh,
Scott's the shit. Come on.
Fuego's such a good sport. All right, so Fuego.
I get mad.
Oh, god damn it! Why didn't you tell me? Like, hey, where's my visual aid, bro? Yeah, Quiet Place. Great news. Great news.
Okay, you saw Quiet Place? Apparently, John Krasinski is not going to be directing it. He's just going to be writing the script. So that sums up
that's kind of a bummer.
The extent of the story. Yeah, that actually
it is. It is, honestly.
Although they haven't announced a director for it yet, so it makes me kind of wonder.
Okay. You think he's holding out?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look what happened with Creed 2.
It's a lot of work to be a director versus a writer.
Dude. I mean, Creed 2...
Is that still the same guy that did part 1?
No, it's not.
Did he write it, though?
Actually, no. Black Panther is what I'm thinking.
Why? What happened? Oh, so the first guy is writing the next one but not directing it?
Yeah, and the whole
because he's doing Creed.
And the whole holding out aspect and everything. And just like, yeah.
Well, he should hold out. It's the most popular Marvel film of all time, right?
And
even more so than Infinity War?
Infinity War, yeah.
That's crazy.
People love the hell out of that movie.
That's crazy. It wasn't that great.
I enjoy it very much, but I would still prefer Ant-Man or Strange or whatever. Anyway, she's got that sweet stretch.
Sandra Wilburner is here. All right, second one, Fuego.
Yes,
next,
let's jump on.
Next story.
Next. This is actually interesting. Yeah, this is actually interesting to me. And so, Annabelle 3, everybody was saying that
Dayton, what's up?
That the extent of the storytelling was going to entail. They described it as a night at the museum, but in the Warren...
The museum!
Yeah, in the Warrens' home.
I always go to Ghostbusters 2. The museum. The museum!
I honestly think of, Last Crusade, where it's like, it belongs in a museum.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's where we come. Different. Hey, look, different strokes for different folks.
Bammer, yo. But so they have described it as a night in the museum, but in the Warrens' house, and with all of their strange relics and craziness and evil, relics and so on and so forth. And I think that's kind of cool.
Sandra can see how Marsha's name is spelled, and yet still spells it.
Marsha. Oh, bless her heart.
All right, sorry, that's an easy distraction.
Which is a southern.
I might have had one extra shot today, guys. I apologize.
Just one.
I'm going to try and contain myself.
Yeah, but I'm actually very curious about this because of the fact that, the Warrens have not been in either of the two previous spin-off installments.
What's up, Bearded Slasher and Miss Morning?
And Annabelle was the first of the spin-offs, and now we've had the Nun, and we have the Crooked Man coming, and all these other... I still cannot fathom that we have a third Annabelle movie coming before a third Conjuring movie.
But we did get confirmation that the Crooked Man is coming too, though, right?
Yeah,
Crooked Man will be coming before Annabelle 3, would it not?
But, okay, since
they're fast-tracking
Since the Conjuring started this entire universe, why would we get a third Annabelle film
before we get a third Conjuring movie?
Before we get a third Conjuring movie? Is it schedules with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson?
You can't deny the money that Creepy Dolls make.
Yeah.
And look they're pressing ahead. We got actual footage from on set of the Child's Play reboot this week as well.
We did. We didn't.
That's not in the story.
We did not listen as a story because we're looking for something.
But we did. I watched it. I watched it, and I did. It was just basically one of the adult guys scaring a bunch of the kid actors in the child as they were filming it. It was actually kind of funny. So to set the scene.
I didn't think it really had
They're doing a dolly shot where a door is supposed to open, revealing the kids looking into a new room, and they had an adult actor waiting around the corner. So they panned the camera over, and then as the door opened, the guy jumped out and went, "Wah!" And all the kids went, "Ah!" And one of the kids walks up and is like, "I got a close up next." It was really funny. It was really funny.
Oh boy!
But the point is, the doll stuff is really hot right now for some reason. Why all of a sudden? Why do you think?
I don't know why all of a sudden, but I'm happy that it is because Littlest Reich was badass, and you know how much I love the Puppet Master stuff. I mean, certain things. It's cause a wheel, and
God damn it. Every
no,
time.
Man. I mean, trends are cyclical, though.
You're talking about flowers and dead people. Listen, let me tell you about.
Yes,
pop.
Exactly. Let me tell you about what Stephen King has described.
Oh my God!
And
no matter what it is, you're talking about a tuna fish sandwich. Let me tell you how that ties in with the wheel.
Yes. Did you like that tuna sandwich last week? Well, if you're getting it from the same place,
back, you might like
it. You might like it this week, and we are going to cyclically return to it. But no, I mean, I'm cool with Annabelle 3, especially for the sheer fact that I loved Annabelle Creation. Was that the second one? Yeah.
Yeah, Annabelle Creation.
It was really flipping good.
Very much mimicked. Annabelle is mimicking the Ouija series.
Yes.
Annabelle sucked. And Ouija sucked. Annabelle Creation was great. Ouija Origins was great.
And it helped.
Was it Ouija Origins? Is that what it was?
Yeah. And it helped that they had that same girl. Remember? Yeah. They did.
Nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
But I am just kind of tripped out about the whole leapfrogging aspect of Annabelle leapfrogging the franchise that created it. But Gary Dauberman, who did he actually wrote The Nun and It 1 and 2, It Chapter 2. Well, he's getting credit for It Chapter 1, but. Yeah, he was just doing some massive rewrites on the, the script that was done by the Fukunaga dude. So
it's funny. I almost launched into a thing. I almost launched into a diatribe about something Marcia and I think regarding The Haunting of Hill House that relates to the It movies. Because the It movies, what's happening, right? We got the It movies where the kids were kids. Now the next movie, we're going to get adults that have to act like the kids, right? So how is that going to influence their performances? And what is really interesting about The Haunting of Hill House, if you guys haven't seen it, Marcia and I just did a review of the first couple of episodes. Marcia's finished it. I've only watched 2.5 episodes.
Marcia says The Nun was dumb. That rhymes,
The Nun was
Marcia.
dumb. But The Haunting of Hill House has a family of 7 kids plus the adults in a house, and then it shows them as adults as well. So you can kind of
so
you're not sure.
So it's like doing the corresponding jumping timeline wise.
Yes, the whole way through. It's very Lost-like, but very, 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 very well done.
Since I haven't watched Lost, I can make no comparison.
Okay, well, fair enough. But it's interesting, the whole snake eating its tail of the fact, like, who is copying who? Is it the kid actors copying the adult performances, or is it the adult actors copying the kid performances? Right? Because they have to portray adult versions of the kids, or the kids have to portray young versions of the adults. How does that work?
Well, I would hope that they had a really good game plan and really good pre-production.
It's something that the IT people have to concern themselves with, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, because of the fact that, even in the casting process, it's funny how half the cast in IT Chapter 2, you're like, okay, I can see the correlation, like, appearance-wise, and then the other half, you're just like, oh, they look exactly like grown-up versions of these kids, and so that's the weirdness factor and stuff. I don't know. We are meandering from the concept and from the topic.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
No. It's fine. All
right, should we go to story 3?
Clean
break.
I totally think we should, with the amount of money that this film is fucking crushed with.
And we didn't love it, but we didn't hate it.
No, it wasn't bad. It's
and this has everyone in the
and it's funny,
pictures.
and it's funny because of the fact that. And it's funny because of the fact that people keep constantly telling me, I'm at the day job, and somebody at the hotel is like, they're like, hey, did you see Venom? And I'm like, of course I did. I saw it like right when it came out, and we reviewed it and everything.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, and they're like, I actually really liked it. It was fun, blah, blah, blah. And
a lot of people, here's the interesting thing. More people are looking at Venom the way I normally look at movies, which is like, if I had a good time, then it was a good movie. But I'm hypercritical because
it's all about that microscope.
I have every appearance of Venom in comics ever. Yeah. Like, I literally have every time he ever appeared on a panel in a comic book, I have that in my possession. That's how much I love Venom. I didn't wear my Venom tie tonight because I think I've worn it for the last few weeks of the news. I'm wearing my Superman tie. In case you guys are curious, you want to see this tie?
I'm just wearing regular chisel.
Pretty badass tie.
Yeah, check it.
It's a pretty cool little pulp tie right here. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just to give my comic book bona fides.
I'm still here. Hey guys.
Comic book bona fide. Are you? I'm sorry. All right. So continue with the story, please.
No. But the extent of this story is the fact that so the creative team behind Venom has basically said, especially with its box office success and the fact that it has made, as of this reading, over 170 million domestic, nearly 500 million worldwide.
Half a billion
dollars. This silly, stupid movie has crushed, dude. And so, for that reason, people are just like, okay.
In Venom we trust, yo.
Apparently so. The one thing that I will say, and you can consult our review for the extent of our thoughts and stuff like that, but my favorite part was Tom Hardy and the symbiote, and its relation and its interplay. Although there was some stupid stuff, most notably, which I was talking about with my Chiron bandmates earlier today, where it's just like...
Sorry, I'm not trying to block you. I was just trying to show them.
Just like you, I'm kind of a loser on my planet. And blah, 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 blah. All this different shit. It's an okay movie. It's not absolute terrible trash. It's not Fantastic Four from a few years ago. It's not, certain other really terrible superhero entries that people went to. But I must say, with a February 2019 shoot already scheduled for Morbius, they are basically saying that, despite the initial inclination that this was going to be an R-rated separate Sony universe, with the money that this made, with the last-minute decision to cut some of the violence,
with the fact that Deadpool and Logan did amazing,
which makes no sense to me, But for the sheer fact that they saved this last-minute violence, which was planned throughout, from what everybody has said, for a Blu-ray release, they're gonna have an R-rated Blu-ray release. Who knows? But they are just gonna hold off on this being something that hardcore and that.
Did they say they're doing an R-rated Venom?
No. We're gonna see it on the Blu-ray release, but it's not.
If I could muster a tear right now, I would, because it seems like it was so like why can't we get let's get the Eddie Brock cut, right? Let's get the Tom Hardy cut.
Well, and that's what you're going to be able to see in the home release aspect. You know,
they did say they're going to release that.
Yeah. It is going to be in a home release.
As an R-rated movie?
As the initial intended R-rated
They did say they're going to do that.
They did.
Thank you. That's what we're going to see. Bless America.
That's where the clarification, I think, was.
Jesus.
Was
I'm drunk enough to have missed that part, I guess, because that's what I'm most concerned about. Give me the R-rated version of this fucking movie that we didn't see.
I was talking with Mercer about this earlier, and I think it's a very wily marketing tactic. Where
to go PG-13 in a theater to gain
PG-13 in the theater to get all of the
and
audiences
go R in DVD to get sales
because it's audience, dude. It's the older people who will buy the Blu-ray. It's guys like us in their 30s and whatever. It's massively brilliant.
Actually pretty brilliant.
Fuck you, Sony.
Fuck you for your smart decisions. God bless America.
Yeah. I suppose so.
I will buy it though. I will freaking buy that, like 100%. I will not buy that DVD until that version comes out.
Well, and the one big point that we have to mention is the fact that the producing team behind this, basically, Fleischer and everybody said, despite the fact that we are implementing Carnage into the sequel, there is still no need for an R rating. And you know what? The more I thought about it, as much as I would like to see an R-rated, a hardcore Carnage, whatever, they did some of that in some of the novels and things like that. But in the comic books... It's
not necessary.
In the comic books, were they R-rated, like graphic crazy? No, not at all. No. So Carnage does not need to be an R-rated character in an R-rated film. It would be fun,
No, but you're not wrong.
I hate that fucking wig. The wig looked terrible.
The way PG-13 has gotten at this point... they could do Carnage, forming the same giant axe that Riot did, and it could bury it halfway into someone and just not show the blood, but still show it being buried halfway into someone. You're still PG-13. You still get the carnage, but you just don't get the gore.
Yeah.
And honestly, he does. What he does, he fires out spines, right? He fires out spines into people, kills them that way. Doesn't need gore because the spines just go and just look.
Which honestly is a very smart and calculated way to be violent and be controversial and not have to deal with that R rating.
If they did do an R rating,
get all those peeps in the seats, get all those kids in the seats, because honestly, everybody that I talk to, who says that they really like this movie. They were like, I took my little brother, I took my blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, well, that makes sense.
they could do an R-rated version if they really wanted to.
Maybe if they do it with
slicing and dicing and people are getting cut in half and everything. But
that would be
dope.
But
they don't need to. And I think in the case of Carnage and Venom...
for the same reason, can I interject real quick though with you?
See, it happens both ways, guys.
It does.
It happens both ways.
In this
Stop blaming me!
In this particular instance, I really think I have to reflect that I didn't feel like Logan had to be R-rated.
I enjoyed that it was, but I agree. And honestly, I have the cut where they did the black and white version. Mm-hmm. I would be very interested to watch that and see how it compares. Yeah. But I did think it added something that you could see Logan's claws go all the way through someone's head.
It added a little bit, but you just don't have the CGI gore, and you don't have Patrick Stewart dropping F-bombs, and it's basically the same flipping movie.
But if they were willing to do it that way,
it's cool.
And I enjoy the extra gore,
it's cool to me, but
why not?
No, I'm saying yes. I agree with you, but in the same aspect, it's like.
But you're saying it's not necessary. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool perk of sorts.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially for older fans like us.
What up, Agent Institute?
God, describing us as older fans makes.
Shut up! Stop admitting that we're old.
Season fans.
Yes.
All right, but then Morbius.
Following up, yes, Morbius. If you guys didn't know who this was. That is Morbius the Living Vampire. Mm-hmm. He is a Spider-Man villain that is a vampire, but they could never call him a specific vampire because the comics code could not allow them to have an undead creature out there as a protagonist.
And all that stuff.
So they made him the Living Vampire.
Yeah, and all that stuff sprouts from like Tales from the Crypt and all the EC Comics shit that they stirred up.
Oh my god, a Lobo movie would be amazing,
wouldn't it? Although they're going to put him on... They're going to put him on Krypton season 2.
And that's fine. Yeah. I need to watch Krypton. I don't mind that.
Krypton is actually pretty good. Lou was telling me because he watched the whole thing. Lou watches all those DC shows. Where
can I watch Krypton after the fact?
That's a good call.
See, I want to watch it.
Yeah, it was a Sci-Fi Channel show.
I have every season of Smallville. Mm-hmm. I watch all of the Berlanti shows except for Arrow. So I've seen all of Supergirl. I've seen all of Flash.
Except for the first one?
Arrow sucks, dude.
Really?
Hey,
have you seen the big crossover,
bro? Arrow sucks.
Have you seen the big crossover?
I've watched the crossover episodes of Arrow.
Well, no, they're about to do the crossover,
they're not including Legends of Tomorrow this time.
Flash and him,
they've done that between all 4 shows for the last 2 seasons. But
I don't watch any of these shows.
They're not including the Legends of Tomorrow this time. It's just Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow this time. But they're doing it's called Elseworlds.
Yeah,
it's called Elseworlds.
That's why
I'm so excited about that.
Popped up on my radar, man.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but I'm so excited to see how they do Elseworlds on the CW.
God, do you know what Elseworlds?
Boy, we are distracted.
Yes, we are. That's fine though. Do you know what Elseworlds I really want to review before the month is over?
What's that?
Batman Vampire, dude.
Which one? All 3?
It's all collected in one.
Dude, let's do it.
Please, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Have you guys ever read Batman Vampire?
In this room right behind me.
And they spell it with a Y. Batman Vampire is the shit.
No, because it's Batman,
so
Red Rain.
Well, there's
Batman.
There's 3 different ones.
Yeah, it's 3 different
all
ones.
By the same
Crimson Mist.
Yes, there was all the same
Red
creative
Rain
team.
and
they incorporated Dracula in the second one, I want to say?
I can't remember.
Joker's in one of them, but holy smokes, dude.
So good.
I love the Batman Vampire with the Y and shit. I think it's like VAMPYRE.
Yeah.
Like they spell it like super old school, like. Do
you want me to pull? I can pull it up for everyone.
Yes,
we're talking
please
about
do.
it.
Show them.
So you've read those though, right?
Multiple times, dude.
That was Kelly Jones, wasn't it?
For the art or for the writing?
For the art.
I cannot remember.
I believe it was. All right, Batman Wiki, Batman
this
Earth
is so
43.
Good, y'all. If you have not checked it out previously.
Batman and Dracula trilogy.
Yes. Oh,
there we
so
go.
bomb.
Oh, there we go. Yep. See.
Yep.
Okay, those are the ones.
Well, they have individual hardcover re-releases of the original miniseries. Like little.
It's the same creative team for each
for the
one.
entire
it's
thing.
So amazing.
Yeah, Doug Munch or whatever.
Doug Munch.
Yeah, Doug Munch.
Kelly Jones, and then the inker was different each time. But
they really push it to the limit. It's so flipping good.
Well,
if you guys have not checked this out,
the picture. But hang on, let's see if I can get them the picture.
And it was the era where they were going for the super pointy Batman ears because remember that was the thing during the Nightfall stuff.
All right,
all of those covers
so they can see.
All of those covers during Nightfall with those really
that's not it. That's Batman in the Wild.
Well, no, that's actually the cover of the trade at least.
Elseworlds Batman. Yep,
Elseworlds
there
Batman.
you go.
If y'all have not checked this out, my goodness, it's so good.
Batman Vampire.
It's so dark. It doesn't fit into proper chronology or anything like that. But that's the beauty of the Elseworlds approach is the fact that
look at how crazy he gets.
Yeah,
he gets super crazy vampiric.
He becomes a vampire.
Yeah,
I mean he really does. And
even this art is dope. Like it is a great series, dude.
Fantastic.
Batman as a vampire. If you haven't seen this before, it's
so
really cool.
Good, y'all. If you haven't checked it out, we have to do this before the end of the month.
Okay,
we have to.
We can.
Yeah.
And then they also did Dark Joker the Wild, which is a separate thing.
Yeah, that
was also.
I
love this one. This one's gorier than the rest.
I actually have not read that one. I've seen the covers for it and stuff.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I did not realize it was from the same creative team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same creative team.
Holy schniznit.
Dude, it is so good. Dark Joker the Wild is cool. It's the Bat Creature versus a Joker Sorcerer. It's so awesome. It's so good.
Elseworlds. Guys,
all right, we are really. This is a terrible episode of this show.
This is a bad news with booze.
All right, what's next?
Morbius is supposed to be filming with Jared Leto in February of
Jared Leto is playing Morbius.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Okay, all right.
We will just
feel bad.
We will just fast track past it. Yeah, February 2019.
All right.
Will see the beginning of that. Anyway.
Next up is David Gordon. Boy, that was a crack in the voice. Yeah. David Gordon Green of Halloween fame.
Yeah, but also Your Highness and Pineapple Express and various other stoner comedies and stuff like that. In recent press rounds for
Killing
Halloween,
Joke is amazing, Wences. Yes. It's the best Joker story ever told.
It really is. Alan Moore before he
went amazing.
Alan Moore before he went crazy as fuck. But
Wences, you're in for a treat if you've never read that. Oh my god, it's the best.
Super, super good.
It's the best.
But DGG, as we will call him here, I'm trying to be
David Gordon Green.
David Gordon Green. So as he's on the press rounds and he's talking Halloween, they're like, what other iconic franchises would you like to revitalize and, direct something? And he basically says, as he's talking with THR, if I'm not mistaken, he's like, well, I've always liked those little creature movies, like, Critters and Ghoulies. And, if I could do one of either of those, that would be cool. But if I could bring the two together in some crossover fashion, that would be perfect really, really
together.
Rad. They were both kind of pegged as Gremlins ripoffs when they initially
along
came
with
out.
The Munchies.
Yeah. Munchies? I haven't seen the Munchies.
What? You've never seen the Munchies?
I've never seen the
Munchies. I've never seen it, but I know of the Munchies.
I'm not a big fan of Critters or Ghoulies, but
maybe you were a Munchies guy.
Although the whole idea of the Ghoulies creeped the shit out of me, and it's like a turd.
That's the Munchies.
Monster. Okay, I've definitely seen it sitting on the VHS video shelves, but yeah,
I never actually watched it either, so I'm gonna open it up for everyone.
Well, there you go. Check it out.
So this one's. I'm gonna put it separate because it's not part of it.
Way bigger and cooler than the other two, but I have heard that.
Get on camera. What are you doing? Get on camera.
Well, no, I stepped off. No, but I've heard that there was some stuff in, it was either Ghoulies 2 or 3 that, like, they were bordering R rating, and they had to trim some stuff, and so there's been international releases of those films where you see the original cut, and the nasty, I mean, monsters coming up from the toilet. You're at your most vulnerable place if you're sitting there taking a crap. Absolutely. I mean, for God's sake.
Watch your nuts in your beehole.
Yeah. I did really like the second Critters film. I have not...
Dude, the giant Critters ball is amazing.
Yeah. Which they implemented
and the bounty
in that
hunters
second film.
kill Kreitz. There's an amazing rack that's revealed in Critters 2. I'll say that much. The female bounty hunter when the female bounty hunter transition, because she looks at a Playboy.
It was PG-13 though.
She looks at no.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rack. There was a rack.
You might be.
She looks at a Playboy and changes into that girl. The bounty hunter looks at the Playboy and changes into that girl.
I am pretty sure Critters 2 is PG-13, dude.
Maybe I'm thinking Critters 1. Maybe I'm considering Critters 1. Guys, what am I?
I don't think any of the bounty hunter. I don't think any of the Critters were PG-13 or were R-rated.
They had to have been because one of them had boobs.
No. They were all trying to compete with Gremlins.
Which one had the bounty hunter? They were the shape-shifting bounty hunters that were like, kill Kreitz, because they had the playmate play the part, and she was like, kill Kreitz. There was a rack.
Okay, but PG-13
yep, Cecil is correct. Mikey says.
Okay, once this might be right though, because
PG-13 meant something way different.
It did because PG-13 was like where you could get really close to R-rated. You could see like a flash of some boobs, like in Titanic. You could drop a couple F-bombs. Now it's just basically if you can get really, really violent in certain instances, and that's about the extent of it.
Nice.
So
did you see
yeah. Why are you so drunk? What, Marsha?
Why are you so... How dare you, Marsha? Because the reason I'm so drunk is because Marsha was here, and I had to sit there and record for 3 hours with Marsha as we did like 6 episodes,
and Susie
including, by the way, plug, the Halloween movie ranking.
And Susie
our
got
very
so mad
first
that she left.
Ever. Yeah, that's true too. Susie was here indeed, and she did get mad and did leave. But yes, Marsha and I did record our channel's very first movie ranking. We did the Halloween movies. And Fuego would have been a part of it because he couldn't find time to finish them all. We weren't able to include him.
I was jamming with my band, sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway, so honestly, Critters, Ghoulies, 2 very cool properties that, somebody like David Gordon Green, if he's going to, with the amount of money that Halloween is presumably making this weekend, it's tracking at around 80. I mean, he's going to have any project he flippin' wants at his fingertips. So, if he's going to jump and, try to do one of these, although remember, there's that there's that Critters series that they're working on too, but...
Really?
Yeah, we reported on the news about it a few months ago.
Every week's new to me.
Yeah, I follow that. She's way in my head.
I can't do that. I have too much information in my head to retain all this garbage.
Too much information.
Ask me tomorrow what we reported on today. I'll tell you.
You'll be like, oh yeah,
no idea.
Sounds kind of familiar. But if we're gonna report on something different and jump on the story number 5,
right.
We have Neil Marshall, a director I greatly respect. He's doing the new Hellboy film. He did The Descent. He did Dog Soldiers. He also did a short on Tales from Halloween, which is pretty awesome. So very, very talented guy. But Cecil and I both used to have movie passes. We don't fucking anymore.
That was such garbage.
Those bastards changed their policy so drastically and so quickly where it was like a slippery slope almost. And they were, I mean, we hear lots of stuff through the industry, obviously, where it's like, the stock restructuring and all these different things. And I was like, why should I keep giving these people my $10 a month?
Not only that, but I canceled. And then I got an email 2 days later saying, we just changed the actual pricing structure and everything. You need to opt out again if you want to.
Yeah.
So they re-opted me back in after having canceled because they changed the pricing structure within my billing statement period.
Yep, and I heard
and I was
about
like,
that
that's
too.
such garbage.
That was where they were in the 11th hour, and there's so many people who are just really, they're like, how is this company even still doing anything, let alone what they announced that they are doing, which is they have a new subsector called Movie Pass Films. And they're putting together a film with this Neil Marshall guy who we both think is awesome and badass. And it's called The Reckoning. And it's apparently covering...
See? Critters 2. She doesn't hold her hands there for the entire time.
It's nice. Anyway, sorry, hey, I'm a simple creature. You know, it is what it is.
Just so you guys know what he saw.
It's news with
I showed him this picture from Critters 2. Yes! A bounty hunter comes to Earth, looks at a Playboy, and becomes a Playboy playmate.
It's not R-rated. I guarantee Critters 2.
She shows her boobs, though.
Yeah, but it's a quick flash. It's one of those.
A quick flash? That's not... Look! There's...
I can kind of see.
It's... Yeah, okay, all right. Well,
it's not
now we're going to get flagged.
It's not gratuitous, though.
No, but whatever. See, the bounty hunter right here. That's changing.
I remember the scene very distinctively.
All right.
You know?
Well, all right.
Now
relax.
I do.
Just relax. Wow. Sorry, guys. Fuego's got to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Blondes are my kryptonite. Y'all know this.
Who doesn't know that? Who aren't they kryptonite of? All right. Are we done with that? No, Neil Marshall. Why do you think though? Why would he team up with a company that's like literally like a dead fish flopping on the land?
It's a weird pairing, man. I really must say. And if not for his presence, I would have donuts of interest in this. But you know, especially the subject matter.
Donuts sound good.
especially you know, the fact that it's called The Reckoning. And it's going to cover this 1665 witch hunts / Great Plague that took place in England. I know you're not going to like that because of the fact that, you know, not only is it witches, but it's period piece, it's plague stuff, it's all this craziness that you do not enjoy. But Neil Marshall, being British, covering a historical England subject and stuff like that, I'm super down for this. Hopefully the company doesn't collapse while they're trying to fund this, but... long story short, it just, I don't know. There's been lots of speculation about the motive of MoviePass. There was a John Travolta movie a couple months ago where they thought that you know, nice bits of promo that they were putting out was because of the fact that they had some sort of hand in the production process and stuff like that. It was where he was playing Gotti. I don't know the name of the film, but. Cecil's saying nothing because he has nothing to interject, but yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. MoviePass has been long speculated to have specific...
You lost Cecil at historical, Marcia says.
yeah.
She's not wrong.
She knows. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, you know, MoviePass has been long speculated to have like ties with specific studios, and then they give massive promotional pushes to those films based on the studios. They have those like underlining intertwinements.
But why
with
team up with
like
a company that just pissed off a vast majority of their
ourselves included, which is why we're not subscribing anymore. You know, it was like anytime there was something that I didn't get, you know, through art. If it's not horror, I was like, okay, well, you know, there's an art house film, there's whatever. I can use my MoviePass and I can go to Phoenix Film Bar. I can go to any of the AMCs and I can see this shizzle, and they kind of nixed that. So kind of shitty, but oh well. we will jump on to the next story, which
on to the next one.
And this is where you can impart some insight, because I know you enjoy this creative team massively that is behind.
Jumped ahead.
So, BBC is partnering with Netflix.
Yes.
To put together this 3-episode, and this is like an interesting format that the BBC really likes to do. I think they did it with
3 episodes or 6 episodes.
Yeah, and they did it with Jekyll, right?
Yeah,
Jekyll and Hyde and all that stuff.
Jekyll's amazing. Same creative team.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Okay, so they're doing 3 90-minute installments of this adaptation of the original Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it's going to be like late 1800s. It's the team that's done Doctor Who. They've done Sherlock.
Let me quantify.
I'm not familiar with these people, so please elaborate.
Please allow me.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike and all the British peeps know way more about this than me.
Stephen Moffat specifically, this guy right here, he is one of, if not the best creator in the Doctor Who-niverse, in my estimation.
Doctor Who-niverse, I like that.
He was the one behind a large amount of the very popular resurgence of Doctor Who, the majority of the David Tennant and Matt Smith years of the Doctor. And then he did side things like Jekyll, which was a specific series about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, done extraordinarily well.
Yeah, the few episodes I saw were really good.
So good. It's only a 6-episode thing. That's the thing. Yeah. Like, all of these, except for Doctor Who, which gets a larger run, most BBC series are about 6 episodes. And Moffat is so good.
I was going to say, Wences is like, Moffat!
Yeah, dude, he's so good. So I'm super excited to hear that they're behind, because they did some of the, especially Moffat was behind a lot of the creepy Doctor Who episodes that were very horror-tastic, you know? And so lending his sensibilities to Dracula in a multi-episode format, I'm a little bummed it's only 3. I think they could have gone 6, but if you consider that Bram Stoker's Dracula was like a 2-hour movie, they can do
testing the waters,
well, here's the thing: most of these 3 or 6 episodes series, almost lost my footing there. Forgive me. Most of these 3 or 6 episode series, the episodes are an hour and a half each. Mm-hmm. So
that's what I said. It's going to be 3 90 minutes. So it's
exactly.
It's basically
it's 3 movies.
Yeah,
it's 3 movies put together. Pivot, Moffat. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that. I think this is super exciting. Now, knowing
it's a creative team I'm not as familiar with, which is where I can't impart as much.
But does our excitement make you excited, or is it just like,
of course it does.
See?
Of course it does. I mean, I've seen a little bit of Sherlock, and obviously I like Benedict, and he's extremely talented, and
Sherlock is really good. I didn't watch the last season though. I watched the first 3 or 4.
Yeah, as long as like a project like this where I adore the source material so much. I was just on Hail to Stephen King yesterday, where somebody was saying they did not like Jerusalem's Lot, which is a prequel to Salem's Lot that appears in Night Shift, which is a Stephen King collection, because of the fact that it's these letters being written back and forth, and I'm like, well, that's the Dracula mentality. I'm not sure if you've ever read Dracula, but it's all a series of letters back and forth between these different characters and stuff. And I've loved that approach. It's a story that is very near and dear to my heart. And Marvel did a fantastic visual adaptation of it in the last it was like 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. But I don't know, anything Stoker related, even though it was only this, and then he had like a mummy type story, which I'm trying to remember. Anyway, long story short, do something with this story. Mikey is right about the fact that it's old enough and it's timeless enough in the fact that it doesn't matter what the adaptation entails or the people behind it. If it sucks, it's hey, tossed on the wayside, and we've had so many other amazing adaptations that it's fine. Francis Ford Coppola is really, really good, and there's various other ones, whether it's, going into, any other lore of the Dracula. So, yeah.
All right. As we move on to the next story, Wences, we are not watching American Horror Story Apocalypse. We are behind because we are catching up on other stuff, but we do plan to catch up.
Yes.
The next story, Fuego.
No. This is one that I'm actually extremely excited about because I read this book, and I loved this book. I loved Abraham Lincoln.
And you didn't read the sequel?
I have yet to read the sequel, The Last American Vampire. That one was put out in the last year or so. But the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, I was like, oh, that's so silly. It's like going along with this trend of Pride and Prejudice and zombies. Ironically enough, written by the same author, Seth Grahame-Smith, as Pride and Prejudice and zombies and stuff. But I really have to give him massive credit. Even though the film was not very good, the book put so...
It was okay.
What's that?
It was okay.
That was alright enough. Fun. But... yeah, but they...
wasn't as fun as Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
Yeah, no, not at all. And that's all because of the fact that girl who was the Cinderella reboot and who was also in Baby Driver is so hot and talented and awesome.
Oh, calm down. All right, relax.
No, she's badass. She's great. But Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter...
holy crap, LeBron James is here.
Will my comment be acknowledged?
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you, but
you totally distracted me because I'm a basketball guy.
Sorry, I know. I'm sorry.
And I was watching the fight last night with the Houston Rockets and the.
I said I'm sorry.
You totally threw me off, yo. No, but I have to say Grahame-Smith did an amazing amount of research as far as tying in different historical aspects with the Civil War with the whole vampiric presence coming on and stuff like that. And the one thing that, if you have seen the film, where you're like, oh, John Wilkes Booth coming in to assassinate him, he was totally a vampire, right? They didn't do that in the movie. Spoilers. Spoilers. John Wilkes Booth is a vampire in the book who kills Abraham Lincoln. So, exactly like you would have thought it should have gone down. But they changed some things up. Maybe somebody's turned into a vampire after they're shot. Anyway, yeah. Dope.
Oh, and that's how they continue it?
Dope.
Oh.
Yes. So, just FYI, I really, really recommend Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, the book. I have not read The Last American Vampire, but we're going to cut to the chase here. So, NBC is apparently developing a series that dwells within the universe of the fact that, there was a vampiric presence that really came upon America during the Civil War era, and it's still there, and there is this new... since I haven't read The Last American Vampire, I can't comment on this, but apparently there's some new police recruit. It seems kind of like Colorado Kid, Stephen King to me, but she gets on this force, and then she's partnered up with somebody, and it's an older, more grizzled, whatever person, and then turns out it's a 500-year-old vampire. Yeah.
Cool.
Being on NBC, though, I know they're doing that new series that is from Charlaine Harris, I want to say, the same chick who did True Blood. So, I don't know. Since I haven't watched that show and I've heard mixed feelings about it from people, I'm not sure if this is the proper outlet for it. But nonetheless, since I love the first book so much, and I am not seeing Fuego was all about the Suns. Poor thing. Shut the fuck up.
LeBron just subbed because we acknowledged his comment. Thank you, sir.
Anyway, I was at the home opener against that depleted Mavericks team, and we crushed them.
Here we go. You open the Pandora's box.
Yeah, why would you do
that?
Don't
open the sports box.
Why would you do that, CK? This is
Don't do it.
This is
Don't do
talk,
it. Fuego will go off forever.
I will. There's 3 sports franchises
stop,
my heart bleeds for. The Arizona
you know this sound right.
The Arizona State Sun Devils football team.
All right, I'm out of
here. The Phoenix Suns basketball team and the U.S. soccer team, men's soccer team for the United States. Cecil's gone, but I'm just going to fill you guys in further that, yes, I think this is a universe that NBC could play in, but I'm just not necessarily sure if they're the proper destination for something like this, because you can only go so far, and I guess I didn't go supremely violent in the Seth Grahame-Smith source material of the first book, so I don't know, but it's very rich and very layered, and as I said, the fact that he did so much research shows to me that this could be a interesting and viable series. So, yeah.
Philip Roberts said, "Hey, just wanted to let you guys know, love your video, keep up the good work."
Did
you see the new Halloween movie? Yes, we did in fact see the new Halloween movie. We did both a non-spoiler and a spoiler review. Wences says Lakers over Suns easily. #triggered Fuego. All right, are we on to the next story, Fuego? Should I get it ready? Yes, I guess so. Fuego has never walked away from the news before. You guys drove him to it. You can't bring up sports in this fashion and not have Fuego walk away.
If you start talking to me about the fucking Lakers, man.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
Oh, no, here we go.
Yeah, there's a reason why their players are fighting instead of winning games last night. Sorry, guys. Anyway.
Don't open that can of worms.
Yeah, you opened that can of whoop-ass. Sorry, I know the Suns suck. The Suns have sucked for longer than you could ever imagine. I'm pissed about it. I was a 6-year season ticket holder. I've been watching the Suns since the Jeff Hornacek and KJ days since like 91, 92.
I was there.
I'm not very happy.
Hashtag put the straw in my nose. Hashtag humble brag.
No, but these are cool stories here at the end. It's cool confirmation about the fact that so there is this 10-episode Netflix prequel series to the Dark Tower.
Is it called Age of Resistance?
I was about to say the Dark Tower. It's called Age of Resistance.
No, it's not that.
And it's the Dark Crystal. Now, the Dark Crystal, honestly, is not one that I hold near and dear from adolescence or anything of that nature, but I think you do, right? Did you see this when you were younger?
Oh, absolutely. Dude, I
did not.
I loved,
Yeah.
What was her name, Kira?
so.
Whatever the female Gelfling was, oh my God, I had the biggest crush on the female Gelfling.
Wow. Honestly,
really.
For me,
I wanted to bang that Fuego. I wanted to bang that puppet.
Wow, that's craziness. Well, for me, there was two different camps of the Jim Henson mid-'80s, you know? There was Labyrinth, which was more on the goofy side for me, and then there was
there was some scary stuff there.
There was some
the
scary
orange guys
stuff.
tearing off their own heads.
Hey,
her head don't come off.
Like, her head don't come off.
Oh!
But that was
Scary
more
shit.
on the lighthearted side of things, whereas the Dark Crystal took itself much more seriously, in my estimation. There was not that sort of like campy humor or anything like that. Would you at least agree with that sentiment?
Yes. I would say that. There's also not a human element.
No.
So that can make a difference too. This was an
True.
entirely puppeted venture, the Dark Crystal. And very well done. The Skeksis were scary as hell. Yeah. I think we could definitely get away with a Dark Crystal review on the channel. That could easily, at least as much so as Ernest Scared Stupid, could be considered a children's horror movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Along with Return to Oz, which is one of my personal favorites.
Wences, you're welcome anytime, buddy. I acknowledge your comments.
Awesomeness. Ms. Morning, what up?
Hey, thanks, LeBron. I appreciate you, bro. Keep watching. We do 2 episodes a day. Only News with Boozes once a week.
Just came back from Halloween C+. Yeah, it's I'd say B-, maybe a B.
Marcia and I just taped our ranking. I'm not going to spoil it, but I did enjoy the new Halloween movie quite a bit.
That's okay. That's pretty good. No, but the interesting thing, as you can see from the actual headline that I put together here, is the fact that the producing team behind this, which is Jim Henson's, like Brian Henson and his, posterity and everything, they have said that no CGI creatures or like puppets or anything are going to be used in this. It's going to be purely practical.
Yes!
And the only bit of digital that they're going to utilize is to like cut out the like strings and stuff like that of the actual puppets that they're going to be using.
Good.
So this being a prequel, Age of Resistance, it's going to be exclusive to Netflix, 10-episode series.
That's a half hour or full hour?
That's the one bit of detail that they didn't, nail down or anything like that.
Boo! Incomplete reporting.
No. In none of the reports did they state. I would imagine with a show of this nature, it'll probably be in the 40 to 50 minute range, kind of like the Marvel shows.
Okay.
You know what's funny?
By the way, Daredevil just dropped season 2?
Lou at work.
Or season 3?
Yeah, Lou at work
pumped.
has been showing me tons of the season 3 Daredevil, and seeing D'Onofrio in the suit.
Oh, you've never seen him that way?
No.
Dude, Daredevil's great.
Daredevil is bad. No. Vincent D'Onofrio, the guy playing Kingpin.
He was Kingpin.
But being in the white suit.
Oh, they finally put him in the actual white suit.
Yeah, they did, dude. Oh, okay. It's good. Did
you watch the first 2 seasons?
No. I've seen some with Lou because he puts it on at work.
Daredevil season 1 and 2 and Defenders, because it has Daredevil in it, are the best Marvel
they canceled
shows.
Luke Cage
and Iron Fist. Yes. I'm surprised they didn't cancel Jessica Jones, because that was boring as shit that second season. The first season was great. The second season was not. I don't care for. Daredevil's the only show I care about, and I am so pumped it's back.
What about Punisher?
I'm excited when that comes out. That hasn't dropped yet, so I can't include it yet.
Nice. Well, cool thing.
What about that cooking show with puppets on Netflix? I have actually watched the first 2 episodes of Curious Creations of Christine McConnell.
That got a lot of views when we did the trailer reaction for it. Yeah. Remember, initially it was like nothing. It was like 80 or 90 views, and then all of a sudden it was like it just blasted.
Yeah, dude, it's good. And we've had a couple people say, I'm so excited to see a trans person do so well. And I'm like,
is she?
What? And I was like, wait a minute. And I don't know. I haven't been able to clarify. But I'm just watching and enjoying. I don't really care one way or another.
I'm just a heterosexual male who thinks she's pretty. So,
yeah,
I don't care.
I'm looking for Adam's apples. I'm like, wait. But I don't begrudge it. I'm like, either way.
Fuck no, man.
Freaking talented as shit. Yeah. And honestly, I believe the raccoon or whatever, her main sidekick, is played by Tawny Newsome. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out, but her voice sounds a lot like Tawny Newsome because I'm a big podcast guy, and she's a hilarious comedian that's been on a lot of podcasts, especially Paul F. Tompkins' podcast. Yeah. So if it's Tawny Newsome, she's hilarious. Whoever it is hilarious.
I have to chime in really quickly with what Mikey is saying, though. Think that they're canceling all of the... I think that they're canceling all the Disney shows, but that's the thing. They issued a statement recently saying that they are keeping their particular shows on Netflix. They are not going to be jumping over to the Disney streaming service, which is going to have The Mandalorian and all this other, like Disney-owned content and stuff like that. So, Daredevil being the most successful and the most popular, it's staying on Netflix. It's not making the jump.
Thank God.
And I would imagine Netflix paid out the ass for that.
I'm super excited
for the rest. Sense.
When I started season 3, I got this warm fuzzy feeling. By the way, let me pause 1 second and say hello to Willis Greedia.
Hey.
That's for you, buddy. That's for you.
I think you're pretty cool, dude. What's up? Y'all have this dynamic that I can't seem to figure out.
I'm glad I can speak to you guys with 34 viewers. Usually my comment just flies by. Yeah, we have 23,000 subscribers, but we still get modest views on our videos, so we can still see everyone's comment pretty easily.
And the cheesy tooth is funny. Yeah,
yeah, the cheesy tooth. All right, so are we on to the next? This is
the last story. So we're about to wrap it up with y'all. We are not going to take up too much more of your time.
Nope.
But this is something I'm insanely excited about. So this is news coming. So this news week actually was covering 2 weeks basically because they were doing H4O and Halloween Horror Nights, and I was playing punk versus metal with my band and everything. So long story short, we were playing
number drop.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it.
We are playing CP like a motherfucker.
He calls me out on everything.
He should.
It's not a name drop, it's a number drop this time.
I can't believe I watched him eating that nasty sandwich from Burger King.
I want to have one after watching that. After that, wait, you're talking about after his in-depth review where it went. It's not good.
He did not seem too enthused.
That's as much as his review was.
And she's asking him, and he's
just not good. It's got chicken and beef on it. It's not good.
No. There's 3 kinds of meat on it. I think there's like bacon or some other shit on it too. I don't know.
So I'm gonna go get one right after we're done here. Is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I don't think Burger King's open late yet. So you might.
Yes, it is. What Burger Kings do you know?
You might be screwed.
We're getting the Nightmare Burger and we're going to eat it together.
I am not eating a green burger. He's like,
yuck,
no, gents, no. He's warning us. He's like, no, gents, no. CP, thank you for warning us properly. That shit looked nasty.
That wasn't a proper warning. That was at least a recommendation.
He said, no, gents, no. That's pretty on the ball, dude.
Yeah, well, and he's a liar to his audience. Because that is not the impression I got.
It takes moments of consideration and, of course, after bathroom effects from eating horrible fast food.
Best of luck in the toilet. It drops tomorrow.
As I was saying it. I was like right on the money as we mentioned it.
Guys, subscribe to Will Escredia. He's funny sometimes.
He is badass awesome. Anyway. So the last thing that we were here to talk about is the fact that, check it out, peeps, we are very excited because Shudder is doing a new version of Creepshow, and it's not going to be a film. It's going to be an ongoing series. And we covered it briefly on a news segment a few weeks ago, but Greg Nicotero is like EPing it. Yeah, man, you got it up there already.
Got it. I'm already on it.
Yeah. Old school homie of both Stephen King and the now deceased, unfortunately, George Romero. But they announced at New York Comic-Con that we are going to cover yourself up.
No, why would I do that?
Cover me up. Who gives a fuck about this Fuego guy?
I just want them to see it for just a second in full.
Yeah, it's really cool. And this was the bit of promotional material that they put out at New York Comic-Con, where they're like, hey, there's going to be new bits of jolting tales and awesomeness, and I love the sensibility of Creepshow. You know what's funny? You watched the Nostalgia Critic, right?
I do. I love the Nostalgia Critic.
You watched his countdown of the best Stephen King shit, right?
I did.
He named Creepshow number one.
I know. Yeah. I know. He starts off with like, all right, let's get this drinking game ready. He's like, wait, we're doing something good this time?
I actually get to talk about good Stephen King stuff? Yeah.
I'm converting you to a critic fan, aren't I?
Slowly. But, I mean, everybody in Hale was posting that video, too. They're like... Yeah, they're like...
After I posted my critic video and let them know where it was. Critic's funny, guys.
He is pretty funny. He has money behind him, too, which is cool.
Of course.
Yeah, anyway.
And, believe it or not, Tamra, that's on the critic reviews...
the one who was worn our shirt.
Yes, she did her review on Tamra's... Tamra just saw, she reviewed Venom wearing our Coexist shirt, and she's doing an unboxing... And that is coming out in November. That will be including my package.
Are you gonna
she.
I'm pulling.
I cannot respond to that.
I'm
sir.
Pulling a. I'm pulling something out of your playbook.
I absolutely cannot respond to such a terrible thing. I certainly would never say that I would if the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, because me with the horror show dating app, right?
Touche, sir. Touche.
Just saying.
Name drop self-whoring. CP, why don't you get the fuck out of here? I just sent people to your channel, and you're fucking calling me name dropping whores. You son of a bitch.
Sam Power!
Anyway, yeah, Sam's here. Just told my brothers to sub to you guys. One of them didn't because your friend said, fuck Lakers. Sorry, LeBron. We're just messing around. We love all basketball players.
It's L.A. Braun.
Dude, we were just in L.A. I love L.A. How's that? Is that good enough?
I wasn't just in L.A. I didn't step foot in L.A.
That's his own damn fault.
I don't want to step foot in L.A.
Mustache Reviews. I'm back, guys. How things been, brothers? Doing good. Wrapping up the news, and then we'll go to the comments and chat for a little bit because we love our viewers.
Exactly, we do. And so just to round out this story, so it's going to be an anthology series, which is on Shudder, which I subscribe to, which I think all of you should, because a $5 donation to a big horror site that is promoting streaming stuff and all kinds of awesome things with just I don't know.
I said sometimes, CP.
With, creators of the smaller variety, obviously. I mean, Summer of '84 is an exclusive right there, right now.
Great
and
movie.
It's fantastic. One of my favorites of the year. There are so many awesome things that they have. Mandy is going to be a Shudder exclusive, too, as they announced just this past week. So,
really?
Yes, absolutely.
Huh.
And so I am stoked about that, but the big thing to take away is that Creepshow is going to... There was a lot of speculation because the original one that Romero directed, was all Stephen King stories that he... a couple he had written before, like Weeds, was previously published, and stuff like that, but we don't know what is going to be adapted, but it's going to be him, his son, Joe Hill, and then we're also going to get some Joe R. Lansdale, who did Bubba Hotep, and so they are amassing together a very cool crew of people to be adapting their creativity and stuff like that. So I am supremely stoked. Nicotero leading the proceedings, all kinds of great source material, whether it's new or combing from older stuff. I love Creepshow. I was very surprised when the Nostalgia Critic went for that as his favorite Stephen King adaptation, but it's really warranted and worthwhile, especially from a visual standpoint with all the crazy colors and I mean, I can hold my breath for a really long time.
Honestly, I had forgotten how good it was until I watched that Nostalgia Critic video.
Creepshow is the shit.
Damn,
dude.
He's not wrong. That's actually really cool stuff. By the way, I do have to shout out. LeBron says, His buddy buddy or brother, I'm not sure which, just subbed. You guys did good. We walked back our LA stuff. He said, when I get paid, I'll drop you fellas a 50. You guys are awesome. Can't believe you aren't much bigger. Thank you. We can't believe the same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But if you are willing to drop that much, I would recommend going to our Patreon and doing so. If you do drop 50, you will actually get access to the Boogie Box, in which case you will get a box from us that is full of items handpicked by us, as well as the ability to pick movies for us to review and do commentaries for, and you could jump in on our live streams as well, LeBron. So please,
I have a stack.
If you're enjoying this, please feel free to click that link in the description box and join us.
I have a stack of Stephen King DVDs that I've been saving for our first Boogie Box.
Really?
And also Urban Legend.
We did get our first Boogie Box person.
I know. Do you message that?
It's gonna be she's gonna be happy with her box. I'll say that.
Yeah,
much.
I was gonna say I've got
some
Sleepwalkers. I've got some
I'll throw in a couple of Chucky
Urban
movies,
Legend, Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, personal favorites of mine. So
awesome. He said, "Okay, awesome." See, he put a box icon. See, he wants a Boogie Box. We'll get him a Boogie Box.
Bitchin'.
Awesome, LeBron. I love new viewers. I love old viewers. I love all viewers.
Nah, I love me some Scott. Drink. I love me some Sam Power. Sandra, obviously.
Creepshow is great. Do you like Creepshow 1 or 2 better, though? Oh, see, I stumped him! I stumped him, dog!
No. That is really tough because I've actually gone on record
2 has the raft, right?
I have gone, yes, and the raft is my favorite of every segment from Creepshow.
The raft rivals the creature in the box.
And, dude, it was filmed here in Arizona. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Lake Pleasant?
Just up north somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, like somewhere outside of Prescott. Somewhere outside of Prescott. One of those like Blue or whatever.
Throw in some Suns merch and I'm sold on the box, says Ben Grimm. Do you have any Suns merch you could throw in?
Well, I've got lots of Suns shirts and jackets and all this other crap.
I think that's a yes, Ben. Can you throw in a burger?
I get hungry.
We can throw you a burger. I'll throw you a little. I'll throw you a little $5 to Burger King or something in there. I'll throw you a little Burger King coupon.
No, if I was,
we take care of our Boogie Box people.
Yeah, so I can't say that I prefer the second Creepshow because of the fact that I don't like the Hitcher and I don't like the Indian kind of carving thing. But the raft is the best sketch or the sketch. The best.
You would think so though because of the blob though.
Yeah, I mean, even though it looks like a tarp and stuff, but dude, there's that really nice scene with the girl's boobs and everything where she's like getting her face like ripped off, and I mean,
it's good.
No, it is significant.
It's good.
Okay,
it's not creepy at all. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah.
The two best scenes in because Creepshow 3 is absolute trash and had nothing to do with the original production team and stuff like that. Creepshow 1 and 2. Best segments for me are the raft, and then I Can Hold My Breath for a Really Long Time. I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it's the one with Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen, and it's about the cheating lover, like affair kind of thing, and where he buries both of them in the sand and stuff like that. I love that shit. I love it. So Crate is okay. Crate would probably be my third.
See, I would put Crate behind Raft, or at least on the level.
I don't know. That's why I said Crate is my third. Raft. Raft.
Crate's good though, dude.
Crate is really
creature,
good.
Tom Savini creature.
Crate was actually one of those stories that he wrote before. Crate and Weeds were the two he wrote before. Everything else he wrote specifically for the film.
It's awesome.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Stevie K, y'all.
Creepshow's quality.
We have a new Stephen King story coming out October 30th, the day before Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah,
are you going to do an emergency hail?
Well, of course I am. It's already been pre-ordered both on the audio side.
Wait, that is a Tuesday, isn't it?
It is.
Oh.
So I'm going to have a day to read like 130 pages of this new Castle Rock novella. Fuck no, it's not. Because it's on my day off. So I'm gonna dedicate all of it to all of y'all. And I'm hopeful that many
because
people...
we're getting Creepshow 3. No, we're not. We're just not bringing it up.
Yeah, Creepshow 3 is trash. No Tom Savini. No George Romero. No Stephen King. Why?
George Romero. The name you mispronounced to his face. Ballsy.
Romero?
Romero, yeah.
Romero?
You keep saying Romero. It's okay, dude. I love you anyway.
Thanks, guys.
We all love you anyway, Fuego. I've brought that up to you before. Stop it. Stop acting like this is new. Stop it. You stop it right now.
Yeah, I guess I'll take another sip of my...
Hey, Cecil, in terms of audio drama horror, there's Doctor Who spare parts. What? That's not even a complete sentence. Can you guys say your favorite slasher? Mine's Freddy.
Freddy, yeah. Obviously.
There you go. Yes, we can.
Yeah, I mean,
LeBron,
Freddy...
asked and answered, sir.
Freddy, and then, like, maybe Ghostface in a very close second, personally.
Really? Here, would you like to do this video with me? I would like to do the top 10 slashers.
You saw what Cody's doing, right?
They're all doing things.
Are
they? CP actually asked...
Counting down all the classic slashers? Like, all of them?
No. Just Freddy, Jason, and Michael. 31 and 31.
Yeah,
you're ranking all 31 movies.
Which are the most iconic, but honestly,
ranking Halloween was actually a little bit hard.
I really like Leatherface, man. I mean, I don't know.
No, I agree, and I actually think Pinhead would go up there before.
And I would think
Michael
Chucky
Myers
would be part of that too.
That's the thing. So what I want to do is do our top 10 horror slashers. So we
as
choose...
far as like counting down,
no, like series, horror slasher series.
Not
so
like specific films, but just
no, just like, yeah, I like this series
general.
better than this series. I like this series, and I like this series the best.
You and I talked about this because you know what my number one is.
Yeah, Phantasm, right?
Yeah, Phantasm like a motherfucker.
Mine's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Phantasm like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so we just ruined that, but it's okay. Yeah, we've got a whole list we can make, so yeah.
Yeah, Freddy's my number 2. I mean, and I actually do not consider Phantasm 5, whatever the fuck it was. What was it? It wasn't Ravager, was it?
Ravager sucked.
Oh, God.
Ben Grimm asks, is it more disrespectful to keep mispronouncing the name or to keep being reprimanded for mispronouncing the name?
Oh, thank you so very much.
He's asking which is worse, you or me. He doesn't know. He's asking. Doctor Who spare parts. Oh, okay.
It's a tomato. God damn, I'm going to try, Ben. You know.
Hey, we're glad you found us too, LeBron. Hey, we put up 2 episodes a day, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, we do.
2 episodes every single day.
Yeah,
so.
And we're not super basketball people, but... You
know. well, he is. I'm not.
I am.
We'll do more. Maybe. Jason Voorhees, Harry Warden, Cropsey, Michael Myers, Madman Mars. I don't even know who 3 of those people are, so I'm excited to watch Mikey's movie.
Tournament. I'm liking that idea.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Maybe save it for March Madness, though. You know, where there's the whole like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Slasher Madness.
That's a good idea, Ben.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I am all about Ben on his Instagram and stuff like that, man. I like most of the stuff that
he... All right, calm down.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We have lots of homies, man.
I agree. I love our audience.
Like everybody who shows a reciprocation of appreciation and stuff like that, man. I always try to toss it up.
Absolutely. So
and Ben was actually watching Life After Beth the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I love me some Aubrey Plaza because you know how much I love me some Aubrey Plaza. Anyway.
So yeah, just so you guys know, if you haven't joined the Patreon, the link is in the description box down below. Starting in November, we are going to be doing. It only takes $7 to become a part of the slasher tier. As of now, that might change in the future, but as of now, it only takes $7, and then you can jump on a live stream with either the horror show proper, or you can jump on the Hail to Stephen King once a month live stream that we're going to be doing with our patrons. So if you want to come and be a part and talk to us directly, join on a Google Hangout. We will be starting those in November. So the link to that is down below.
Which to saturate the like gears turning and everything, November. The Hail to Stephen King read-through that is going to be the basis of the live stream is Pet Sematary. Because it is seeing its 35th anniversary. Nice. We have the film coming out next year.
We have to do our reviews then.
Yes. I know you already listened to it and stuff earlier this year.
Yep.
I'm going to reread it, dude.
All right.
I'm going to reread it next month.
All right.
You know?
Do what you got to do.
He isn't, but, it's God... Whether you read it or whether you listen to Michael C. Hall doing his amazing job.
So good.
Actually doing the accent, which apparently John Lithgow is not going to do in this new film. But I'm okay with that because I feel like it's a very deliberate choice. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. And so, yes, we will be doing a Hail to Stephen King live stream like kind of thing with everybody where we discuss... yes, the darkest and most effed up Stephen King
so that's
book.
What you're going to be your Patreon stream. Okay, cool.
That's why I'm announcing
Cool. I like it.
Yes. Cool. Yes. 35 years of Pet Sematary, man. Holy shnikes. There's a reason Stephen King locked it in a drawer for multiple years. It's an effed up book.
No. If you do a $50 donation, LeBron, you get a boogie box, no matter what. Yeah, $50 donation equals Boogie Box, plus you get all of the previous perks as well. So, yeah, well, we did. So if you guys ask, are we excited about the Pet Sematary remake? We did a trailer reaction, so go watch that if you're curious.
See all of our thoughts there.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you guys want to, Wences said, "Wait, really? Yes, you can join our stuff if you become a patron." Yeah. Sorry, I'm a dentist and I have a very busy job. Hey, no worries, man. Most of our patron, like if we did the live stream, you know, we're gonna be doing it at night. But either way, you know, if you can contribute, great. If not, great. LeBron, just come on back. You're still gonna get 2 free episodes a day, no matter what. So LeBron. Is it weird to you to hear me say that?
Yeah, that's just true.
All right, so thank you guys very much for watching. I think we're going to call the News with Booze there today.
Yeah, we covered all
we greatly appreciate you. Until next time, though, I have been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime Fuego.
And remember, stay scared. Check in tomorrow morning.
Love,
More stuff coming at you.
Yeah.